So we are super not ready for this, but the only way to progress in the game is to move through the red forest. So get ready for war, brother. Hello everyone, I'm Kibitz and welcome back to Satisfactory. Now with muffins. Because last time we built our muffin factory using the new farming mod. And now we can live off muffins pretty much forever. But although we could, we don't actually want to live off muffins. The farming mod has many better food options available. The problem is, we just don't have the tech for it. Because we really only have a very basic setup here, and there's so many other things we can make, like pale berries or fertilized nuts. The thing is though, we need fertilizer, and we don't have that tech unlocked yet. In fact, that's kind of the problem we have with everything. We just don't have the technology. Like, we're only up to tier 4 tech. We don't even have tiers 5 and 6 because we needed 150 motors and 500 modular frames. Luckily though, we did get started on this a little while ago, because just to the west of our base, across the river here, we made this huge temporary steel factory, which was making a bunch of motors. Now, it wasn't very efficient, mind you, but you know, it did the job. We got a ton of motors now. So that's one half of the equation dealt with, at least. But then of course, there's the modular frames. But thanks to some very productive live streams, we now have a handle on that. And similar to our motor factory, I set up a very temporary modular frame factory. So very small, very basic numbers, just 540 screws per minute. That's running 2 assemblers making some reinforced iron plates at a rate of 11.25 per minute. So that means we have 22.5 per minute reinforced iron plates going into another 2 assemblers making our modular frames, for an epic grand total of 7.44 modular frames per minute. So it's not much, but it's done the job. And now I think we are just about to hit the 500 modular frames we need for the next tech tiers. And while we wait here, I just really want to go over this system a little bit more in depth because it's really, really good. So just for your own information, I have 4 constructors on 150%, making 135 screws per minute. Then I combine 2 of the constructors' output into one 270 line, so that's a full 270 line constantly going into each of the assemblers here. And by overclocking the reinforced iron plate assemblers to 225%, they use exactly 270 screws per minute. And as you can see, the system works very fast and pretty efficiently. And then finally, with the modular frames, we just have to underclock it a little bit to 93%, so it uses 11.16. And that's just so we oversupply the system instead of undersupplying it. And really, since we're oversupplying this system with about 0.18 reinforced iron plates per minute, it's pretty much perfect. And these babies aren't gonna stack up anytime soon. And you know, just for a starter system in the beginning of the game, I thought this was really well done. I don't know, hopefully it helps you guys out. We'll obviously make a bigger system later on once we have better belts, but for now, it really worked out. And also, if you don't wanna miss this stuff as I'm doing it live, I live stream Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays at 9 AM PST every week, so you can catch me over on Twitch. But now it's time to head into the future, because we finally have our 500 modular frames. And now we can get our advanced tech. There we go, we load them up, seal the deal, then we send that stuff off to space. Give me my technology. Oh man, it has been a while, eh? So there we go. Goodbye stuff. Good luck working on project assembly. I don't know what we're actually building. Something. All I care about is all that beautiful new tech we just got. And also just watching the space elevator come back down. It never gets old. It's gonna be crazy once one of these is in real life. But anyway, I am super excited to check out what new tech we have. Not because of just the encased beams we're gonna be able to make, but the new stuff that comes with the modded things. Because all of our mods have higher tech tiers as well. So what do we got? Tiers 4, we've been there. Tier 5, what the heck is that? Renewable power Mark II, we need plastic? Oh no, are we in that stage of the game? Oh no, oh, here we go. The beginning of the end. Ooh, there's Caterium, industrial manufacturing, computers, trucks. I'm actually pretty hyped for trucks. And expert farmer, ooh, okay. So a new water collector, we can make cotton, fabric, fertilizer, we need that, that's really important. And a composter to make the fertilizer, obviously. And then in tier 6, expanded power stuff, our belts. Oh, our belts. Wait, we need to have modular frames and computers made? What? No, I thought this would be easier to get. This is actually so far off. On jetpack. Oh, gas masks. We need so many computers and heavy modular frames. Oh lordy, Lanta. Okay though guys, I have a terrible idea. So I've concluded we need this. We need the better belts. I was thinking we could do something else before this, but no. We need the new belts. It is priority number 1. We're not dealing with the 270 belts any longer. Like, they just don't work. Like with the Mark IV belts, you can really enter the late game. But of course, the heavy modular frames, kind of an issue. The motors I think we have enough of, and then computers, which require plastic. And of course, getting the plastic means we have to do the whole oil meme, and then we have to get industrial manufacturing to actually make the computers, and it's a whole ordeal, But we're gonna skip that, because I have a plan, okay? A really bad plan, but a plan. So during some of my live streams, I was going around on a hard drive hunt, and we got about 10, which is not bad. Just going through like the easy places where there's hard drives just for like a little bit of copper or whatever. And while I was gathering those hard drives, I was picking up some shiny stuff. Like we got about 38 computers, 30 heavy modular frames, batteries, and all the rest of this jazz. So I'm thinking, what if we go to the Red Forest and just try and collect the loot from the crash drop pods? Like we don't even have to enter them or get the hard drives from them. We just gather the loot. And with all the computers and all the good stuff, we can unlock the Mark IV belts and then work back into tier 5 and 6 and all that kind of jazz. And I'm thinking, since we have the muffins for like infinite health, this might be possible. And also we can skip dealing with like 2 tech tiers for now. So yeah, this is 100% what we're doing. We got our muffins, our wacky stick, and blade runners, so we're just gonna run as fast as we can. We're not gonna fight nothing, let me tell you. We're just gonna grab loot and sprint. Okay, so let's let the madness begin. So there's lots of gas clouds and stuff of this nature that's trying to block us off, but we have like 100 muffins, so we should be able to scoot through quick enough without dying, if we're lucky. Just have to be careful, don't worry, don't panic, just eat the muffins, and all the places are blocked off from rocks. Okay, never mind. Well, that's okay, because we have our next big trick aside from the muffins, and that's our storage containers, which we can just use as a ladder to get over every obstacle that gets in our way. And now the fun begins. So I am going off of memory as to where the drop pods are, so you'll probably get a little lost, but I think I know where most of them are. So like, they're along the cliffs on the other side of the biome. Ooh. So we definitely want to head there first, but in the meantime, we also need power slugs, so let's scoop some of them up. Thank you very much, Tractor Bud, and let's scoot. Okay, and first stop on this party bus is right here. And do we have any of the good loots? We are only what is that? Is that a ghost? Oh, I think those are unloaded mobs, okay. Anyway though, I'm not really seeing any computers. No, there's normal modular frames. No. Okay, well it looks like that's a bust. Wait, no it's not a bust. Those are supercomputers! We must get them. We must get them. Muffins give us strength. Go, 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 go. Eat muffins at the same tick. Get computers. Run. And we got them. All right, well, it's not exactly what we're looking for, but it'll help us for later for sure. 11 of them too. Whoa, that's actually really good. What do we got? Are those radio control units? Batteries, okay. So there's good stuff down there. Those are normal frames. Normal frames, motors. Nothing we're looking for right now. So we're off to the next. Wow. But now we go into the hyper danger zone. The super hyper danger zone. Oh my gosh, there are spiders literally everywhere. Okay, okay. I don't even really remember where the drop pods are. I think they're on the cliffs. Near the cliffs? We're staying near the cliffs. I think anyway. Hello? Drop pods? Hello? Mr. Bean, you see any, hey, a drop pod. I was about to say. Thought there'd be more, and I'm pretty sure you are easy to handle. Thank you. But are there any super shinies? Let's see here, let's get to a safe place. There's spiders actually everywhere. And you kind of have to watch our muffin supply. Dang, this gas, man. Mr. Bean, can you fetch the computers for us? Please. The frames, though. We have to get the heavy modular frames. Okay, we're going in. Screw the gas. Wait, that wasn't even real gas. Weird. 14, not bad. Give me some computers here. Give me some computers. Those are nice too. Those are nice too. Wait, my inventory's full. Is my inventory full? Shouldn't be full. And is this gas not real? I do not understand. When my inventory is full. Oh. Woo. Okay, well, let's just clean it up. Let's go back in. And for whatever reason, the gas isn't hurting us. And you know what? I'm not even gonna complain. We just take our loot. Can we open this? Radio control units, of course. Nope. But now we scoots. But yeah, I have a feeling that some of these plants are just glitched out. Like, they're not supposed to be spawning gas if, like, I'm not near it. And that's why I'm not getting hurt there. So not to my proberino, brother. Next up, though, is I know there is a drop pod on these cliffs. If not these cliffs, one of these big, like, hills in the middle of the biome. Is this the one? I'm not, oh, it's a purple power slug one. Oh, and there's spiders that could jump at me. Okay, we're just not gonna be here then. Goodbye. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, they came down the cliff. They came down the cliff! Ow. Muffins, give me the strength to fight this demon. And that is why you don't mess with the Muffin Man. Oh, now this is a pretty one. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna run straight through it. Whatever. No, there's an invisible wall. Okay, we just have to jump. We have to dance. Computers, thank you. Heavy modular frames, thank you. Radiation, not even a problem. Woo. Big baddies, kind of a problem. Anything else, anything else, anything else? More computers, that's what I'm talking about, brother. The radiation actually isn't that bad. That's the thing I was most worried about. So long as we don't break the rocks, we'll be fine. Nothing around, nothing around. I think we are looted. Then we scooted. That's a good haul. 32 computers? My dude. 35 modular frames? Excellent. I think we have 30 heavy modular frames back at base. So we need like 10 more. And then computers, we had around 38. So that's 70. So we need 5 more. So like one more good drop pod and we're done. Oh, wait a second. I see some frames, I see computers. This is it. This is all we need, brother. Give. Don't care about you flies. Supercomputer. Okay, maybe I care about the flies. This might be a free drop pod here, considering how much stuff we just grabbed. What do you need? 256 megawatts of power? Yeah, and that's a negative Ghost Rider. Okay, then we are scooting. Give me the last computers. More heavy modular frames? I can't grab them. Why can't I grab them? My inventory is full. I have 50 computers, that means? That's insanity. Whew, whew. Okay, well then it's super worth it just to take out a couple flies. Let's scoop up a couple more computers and frames. And then I think with that, we are good to go. Actually, you know what? I think the easiest way out of this biome is jumping down into the pit of doom. Please don't be shallow water though. Okay, yeah, we're good. And that pretty much gets us from the red forest right down to the desert starting biome. And from here, it's one easy peasy tractor trip back home. And pretty much just like that, we skipped over 2 entire tech tiers. So there are the computers, our motors we already dealt with, and the heavy modular frames. Because who needs to play the game properly, right? Right. Oh.
Milestone
and
reached.
Finally,
the fuel generator
the new
will
belts.
match power generation to the increased consumption of recently acquired technologies and buildings. Additionally, improved conveyor belts can now be constructed.
You better believe additional conveyor belts can be constructed. Because now, with the Mark IV belts, everything's possible. We can really start playing the game and going pretty crazy with things. But now the real question is, how many encased industrial beams do we have to get started with? And the answer is a lot. A lot. Because as we're making our motors, we're making all of the steel beams, all of the pipes, and encased industrial beams at the same time. And we have a huge stockpile of them to work with now. But the first thing we have to do is make a more proper setup than this for the beams. Like, this whole thing was supposed to be temporary. So we have to rework the whole area and make it so the beams that we produce over here are sent over to our storage area in our starter base. So first things first, all of this, it gotta go, brother. Everything must go. And with everything clear, the next step is to make sure everything is aligned properly. So honestly, I like the cool angle this is on, because we don't want everything to be lined up perfectly with our starter base, right? So we're gonna keep the angle, but we need to align the heights properly, so we don't end up with an issue like we did with the coal factory. And the only way we can really do that is by making a master measurement line. So this will come directly from our base and probably travel around the world, and we'll use it as our alignment tool to make sure everything kind of connects properly. So now we just have to bring this foundation back down to this level, and then bring it over to the steel area so we can actually measure it out. And so going off of this platform, you get to see how far off we were. And we're actually pretty close. That's not too bad. We just go up by like half a foundation. That is almost perfect. Well, as perfect as we're gonna get with this. So now that we have this at the right height, we delete the entire old platform and we rebuild at this new alignment. And now with the platform done, we can actually begin on things. Which for now we'll be building an insane amount of foundries, just an insane amount. This is gonna be our main foundry area for the entire world. So like all of our steel will eventually be smelted here. And of course, we're following the rule of cool with this world. So we're gonna try and make things look amazing as well. And you can just imagine this, like several floors of smelters, like this long. It's gonna look sick. And then we'll have our pathways going around, belts going everywhere. It's gonna be amazing. Probably one of our better looking projects. But for now, we can't really expand all too much because we don't have a lot of iron in this area. There's only the one node there, and we have like 4 coal nodes. So it's a little imbalanced. We're gonna have to wait till trains before we can fully saturate the area. But this will be a good starting off point. And actually, I have a bit of a different idea for this project now that I think about it. So instead of just having like the overflow method over here, and these all like centered, what if we incorporated more walls into this? So instead, we move these guys forward and put a wall, conveyor thing behind it. That way it will hide kind of the spaghetti look of all of these splitters splitting into all the machines. And it'll probably look a lot better. And by probably, I mean it definitely will. So yeah, we'll have to move the machines up quite a bit, but then there'll just be the nice wall there. We'll hook it up, and all of this will be buried in a bunch of other walls. And in the center, all we'll see are the nice clean walls and all of the outputs. And you know what? I've already sold myself on the idea. It's too good. So we're gonna move forward with that. And delete all of this. And now we got one fine looking production line. Like once we extend the walls up a little bit, add in the ceiling, whoa baby. Things are gonna look good. Things already look good, like look at this. Look at those feisty belts. It's very satisfactory. And then as for how it all works, we're just using the overflow method. So each of the miners over there, which is fully overclocked, make 300 coal per minute, and each of them goes into a group of 6. Because each smelter uses 45 coal per minute, and 45 times 6 is 270, which is pretty much 300, right? And it all kind of works out. The system will be changed a little bit later on once we get alternate recipes, but for now, it's all working out. The only major problem is we only have one iron node. It's a pure node, so that's good. But we can only get 480 iron out of it per minute. And that absolutely doesn't match up with the 4 normal coal nodes. For now though, it all works out. Just have to switch on the power and get a scootin'. So there we go. I'll hook up all the power to everything, and eventually, after things overflow a bit, we're gonna have steel for days. But now what to do with the steel, right? What to do? Well, it all merges onto this one central line, and this will be about 480 steel per minute, 360 steel per minute to be exact. And all of that will go up to higher floors, where it will eventually turn into encased beams. Just have to do a little bit of building, a little bit of constructing, and we're good to go. And look at that, we're already getting some steel. Ooh, that is satisfying. But on to floor 2 here, and we're gonna kind of switch things up a little bit. So this floor is facing in this direction. However, I want the next floor to go in this direction. Like, I don't know, so this will be like an X-shaped factory. And the reason for that is because the sun goes into a trajectory like this, and I wanna have a huge window at the end of our production line with the sun shining into it. And it'll look beautiful. And I really should have done that with this area too, but you know, mistakes were made. And I ain't spending no time to fix them. So yeah, we'll start with this size of floor. We'll try and copy this pattern almost exactly, just with constructors up here, and then add another floor on top with assemblers. And that's our first floor of constructors done. So quite literally exactly like the foundries, except it's even easier because it's one item. And we're using the overflow injector method here. And that's just where all of the steel comes up in one big line, splits into 4, and I split the 20 constructors per side here into 4 equal groups, and it overflows from there. So one of the main equal outputs will enter this merger here, overflow these 4 machines, and then whatever ends up at the end here will remerge with a new equal input and go into the next 4 machines, etc, etc, etc. And that just makes sure that nothing stops moving, and it helps things overflow a little bit better. But like I said with the foundries, a lot of this will probably change once we get all the alternate recipes, so it's not really worth getting too far into. Anyway though, we are gonna make the next floor right on above, and finally get to making some encased industrial beams. And one more copy and paste later, and we are pretty much done. So we have 20 assemblers making the encased beams, and I pretty much just YOLO built an overflow system here, where things are essentially broken down into groups of 5 before a new line is brought in to refill the overflow system. Just gotta turn the power on, and slowly but surely, everything will get moving and grooving. And yeah, the main thing with this whole project was to make it easy to adjust. Because right now, and there's quite a few handy alternate recipes that we could use instead. But you know, aside from the changes we have to make, we do have the start of one of our new permanent factories. And once we get a few more things figured out, we can start decorating, adding walls, walkways, and all the rest of that fun jazz. For now though, I just have a line on the ground that will bring the encased beams right next door to our base. And we'll just kind of deal with this system until we get to building our actual main base. But now that we have encased beams all automated, whoa, it's gonna be soon, guys. It's going to be very, very soon. However though, that is going to be all for today, so I hope you guys enjoyed and thank you for watching, but have a fantastic rest of your day, and bye-bye.